Hello everybody and welcome back again to Let's Play Baldur's Gate 3. Alright, we are back in camp and we have a new party member. It is of course Minsc, who is a late game addition to our little group here. And we already did talk a little bit to him last episode, but I think there were more dialogue options. Also, I obviously had to level him up, which I did in between episodes. And it took me a long time to do that. I think I've been working on that for like almost an hour. Because, as you know, Minsc, when he joins you, he's a ranger, which is what Artemis also is. So I wanted to make sure that he isn't too similar to her, because then he would be kind of useless to me. And I had a really hard time building a ranger that was not Artemis and seemed like reasonable, feasible. Because I think that Artemis already has like most of the best skills and perks available in the ranger skill tree. So I wasn't happy with the result. I tried to make him more like a melee based ranger, but I don't know, it just didn't really work out for me. So I actually took him to Withers and I changed his class. At first I thought about making him a bard or a monk, because I don't have these classes so far. But then in the end I just decided to make him a fighter, because, I don't know, he just looks like a fighter. And yes, obviously we do have a fighter already, which is Lizelle, but I did make him different, and I feel that it was easier to make him like a different kind of fighter than Lizelle. Also, Lizelle isn't always in my party. At the moment, she isn't in my party at all. But Artemis is basically always in your party, so having another ranger just seems like pointless, right? Whereas I can, switch between Lizelle and Minsc as a fighter in my team. So I specifically made him like, I think, battle master is the specialization, so he has like a bunch of extra attacks here and the superiority die. So yeah, I don't know, let's see how this works for him, and if I don't like it, then I can still just respec him and change his class again. Obviously I also had to give him equipment. He has pretty decent armor and a pretty good weapon, I think. But the rest of his equipment is basically leftovers. Whatever I had still lying around in my chest and inventory. But it's not specifically fitting for him or that great, so I may have to, look for some better stuff for him. But I hope for the time being that, he will make a decent addition to my team. Either way, we still had some dialogue choices, I'm pretty sure, so let's go and talk to him again.
A little rest to brush the road from Boo's fur, and then back to our adventure.
Right, but first, I would like to know a little more about you.
There is more than a little to know, I think. I am huge.
That is true. Okay, well, let's see. Answer me honestly, what's with the hamster? I think I already asked that yesterday. Jaheira said you spent a century as a statue in the wild. I'd like to hear about it. Did she mention that? Maybe she did. Maybe I just forgot about it. That seems like quite a story. How did that happen? Is it true you traveled with the Balspawn who saved Baldur's Gate? I'd like to know your thoughts on our companions. Interesting. I think I have used this option already, but let's see if it's different this time.
Well, Boo, explain yourself.
Nope, this is basically the same stuff. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I do wonder why I can't understand the hamster, even though I can speak with animals.
Can you not? Do you not see his noble bearing? The deep wells of wisdom that are his eyes? Boo speaks of much. Perhaps one day you will be ready to listen.
Right, I'm just not, like, evolved enough to talk to Boo, I guess. Does the hamster actually speak to you? I think last time I used this answer. Maybe let's try the second option this time.
There is nothing jestful in the bond between a ranger and his companion.
Okay, fair enough.
Before Boo, I was a typical berserker of Rashomon. Duty-bound and full of my own seriousness. The problem with one so gazing of their navel, however, they are easily ambushed. Brigands split my skull like a sodden wineskin. It was as I recovered that Boo first appeared. He told me that I had felt the great poking finger of justice, marking Minsc as its champion and Boo as my guide. As for the headache, well, justice cannot always afford to be gentle.
So you used to be a berserker once. I guess I could also respect you as a berserker. I'm not sure if I can make a berserker that is not too similar to Karlach. So is that the reason you became a ranger? Because of Boo? So maybe it's kind of offensive to you that I changed your class. You're not a ranger anymore. So you're a paladin of justice, you lost your mind and gained a rat, understood. Maybe someday you'll trust me enough to tell me the real tale. Forget I even asked. I mean, no, I guess you can understand that, people can have close relationships to animals and summoned animals even. So are you a paladin of justice?
Do not be ridiculous. If any of us is chosen by the gods, it is obviously Boo.
Obviously.
Now, shall we away? My boots crave the crunch of unvirtuous nethers.
I think I may have more questions for you. But I may have to talk to you again. Yeah, I haven't used this one yet, I believe. When our minds mingled, I saw some strange things.
Well, the mind of Minsc is a simple place. Of what strangeness do you speak?
The memories resurface. A lifetime of battles blurring into one. A single constant is Minsc, launching into the fray no matter the foe, be they god, monster, or man. It seems just the barest glimpse of what the man before you has seen and done, but enough to know that he has no right to still be alive.
Ah, wait! That look in your eye. I know exactly what visions of Minsc you have seen to cause you such wonder.
All right.
My pants.
Your pants.
Thrice laced in the Rashomon style, so that a berserker might split skulls without fear of splitting breeches too. They are fiendishly complex, but fear not for Minsc. With training, he has learned to master the many little knots.
So your pants are the reason you're still alive? Never mind your pants, you've walked between planes for the gods. Right, funny how they never made space for any of that in the songs. You are literally too dumb to be breathing. Yet he's breathing, so take that. Yeah, apparently you fought gods. I mean, so have we, sort of, I guess. So you're in good company here.
Well, as have you, no?
Right.
Do not forget that when you gaze into Minsc, Minsc also gazes into you.
Okay.
We both fight evil, wherever it is found. The who and where are less important than the hamsters you meet along the way. On this matter of sharing memories, I see no reason for us to worry at one another's worms. If there is more we wish to know, we can simply ask, no?
Sounds good to me. I'm sorry I didn't realize you were uncomfortable with our new power. I mean, so is Artemis. She doesn't try to use them too often. Of course, a warrior speaks their mind instead of reading others. Right. Don't shy away from the tadpole. It's a useful way to know someone's true thoughts. Discuss something else. Yeah, I mean, we do use the illicit powers occasionally, but I try not to use them too often.
Exactly so.
If I must peer into the mind of my enemy, I use an axe. For friends, there is ale.
That's the right attitude.
No, my friend. If you fear you have a question that Minsc cannot answer, then you can simply ask Boo.
Okay, that's a deal. We ought to discuss the tadpole. I don't need you right now. I meet you back at camp. Okay, I'm guessing this is like the same conversation I can have with all the other companions, whether he wants to get more tadpoles, get the special tadpole and all of that. But he doesn't seem to be too interested in that. But I'm pretty sure there were more dialogue options before.
A little rest to brush the road from Boo's fur, and then back to our adventuring.
Let's see. I'd like to know more about you.
Minsc is an open book with many pretty pictures.
Good, because I do have more questions. Yes, here we go. So, apparently you spent a century as a statue on the White. How?
You come in search of stories. It is not yet time to tuck Boo in for the night, but very well. After our adventurings with the Ballspawn, Boo had his fill of godly flesh. So, we returned to Baldur's Gate for a time. After all, in every city there is a sweaty underbelly, crying out for a virtuous scrubbing. None better to wield a brush than Minsc and Boo. Perhaps we rubbed some villain's rump a little too raw. This Minsc does not know. One moment we stood in the city slums, the next, ambush! Then Minsc and Boo woke on the Wide with stone dust in sensitive places.
Okay, so someone just petrified you. And you're not really sure how it happened. So that's how you became known as a Stone Lord. Oh, okay, that makes sense. You know, when I heard that name for the first time, I thought this was like a gnome or a dwarf or whatever. And you never saw who did it. What was it like being a statue? Yeah, is that the origin of your name?
Aha! Perhaps this is the reason, Boo. It is not because of the legendary thickness of my skull.
Okay, well, that makes sense. But did you ever find out who did this to you?
The mind of Minsc was occupied with important matters. I was browsing a slum vendor's stall, looking for Boo's favorite nuts. And then, I was stolen. For Minsc, those years passed as quick as a hiccup. It was long ago, then, it is now.
So you didn't actually feel anything. It was basically just like being very, very deep asleep. You traveled 100 years in a moment. What do you make of this new world? That's a good question. You inspired people even as a statue. So much that you cared for must have been lost while you were petrified. Yeah, is this new world all that different than the one you left?
I do not like these metal men on the streets, or the villains who hide behind them. But the new world is not so different to the old one.
I see.
The city still clings to the hill. The sea still stretches on forever. And the stench of evil still makes Boo wish for a tiny peg on his nose. As long as that stench remains, no matter how old or young the world is, Minsc and Boo will not rest.
Yeah, I mean, change usually didn't happen all that quickly in older times, and you might argue that a fantasy setting is kind of a quote-unquote older time setting, so they're not going to invent, like, computers tomorrow or whatever. Is it true you traveled with a Ballspawn who saved Baldur's Gate? Yeah, tell me more about that.
Countless tales are told of Boo and Minsc. Many of them are so outlandish that even I do not know if they are true. Did Minsc bravely fend off the seductive vials of a succubus in the cloisters of Candlekeep? Maybe.
Maybe.
Did he take a bath in the river Styx and temporarily forget himself? I do not remember. Did he travel with a spawn of the god of murder, who warred against his evil brethren and battled triumphantly at the throne of Baal itself? Of course! It was a splendid adventure.
Really? Well, that is interesting. How did you come to trust the spawn of such an evil god? What is your fondest memory of adventuring with Baal spawn? Yeah, how could you even trust this being?
Oh, a curious question. Are a child and his father always alike? Take Minsc. He does not have a clear memory of the face of his father, but he does remember tugging on the thick, red whiskers that sprang from his chin. A beard for the ages. Who could have nested there happily through even the harshest of Rashomon winters? Now, look closely at Minsc, and what do you see?
You do not have a beard, but that is a little bit different. A whole lot of muscle, a fabulous tattoo, an idiot. But yeah, I guess you're talking about the beard.
Correct! There are more whiskers on Boo's tiny face than on the mighty chin of Minsc. If Minsc did not inherit the flaming red hair of his mother, or the bushy red beard of his father, why would the spawn of Baal inherit his wickedness?
I mean, it's not so much about inheriting it, but more like being raised into it. So, I appreciate the fact that, you do not dismiss people just because of their heritage or their origins, but I still would be suspicious. That's surprisingly insightful. We should talk about nature versus nurture someday. Yes, exactly. I don't think that the spawn of Baal is born evil, but if they grew up with them and were like raised and taught by them, they could still be evil because of their upbringing, right? This is nonsense, Minsc. Evil isn't like a beard. Probably not. Yeah, I mean, this is probably like topic for a very long and interesting discussion.
It is simple. As with all battles, the winner will be the one that carries the bigger sword.
Okay. Which would be you? You carry the bigger sword at the moment, because I gave you that giant trident, if we qualify that as a sword. Okay, that's all I can do here, but again, I'm pretty sure there were more options.
You come to speak of the last time Minsc stood watch? The snoring, it was Boo.
I didn't heard anything about you standing watch, so don't worry. Yeah, let's see.
Minsc is an open book with many pretty pictures.
Yeah, I'd like to know your thoughts on our companions.
You hear that, Boo? Your keen skills of observation have not gone unnoticed. Our friend wishes to consult your wisdom.
Actually, I was trying to get your opinion, but sure, I will take Boo's opinion as well, I suppose. Actually, it was really your opinion I wanted, not the hamsters. Yes, Boo, I'd love to hear your opinions. I don't know. Do I want to know the hamster or his opinions? Let's maybe ask him for his opinion first. Maybe we can still get the hamster's input later.
Minsc and Boo are of one mind.
Okay, well,
and
in
one
that
heart.
case.
And Boo is the wiser. So small is Boo that he is often mistaken for a pinecone, and many secrets are spoken in his hearing. He will tell what he knows.
Okay.
But Minsc, of course, will translate.
Of course. Okay, well, I can indeed ask about my companions. Astarion, Well, Karlach, Gale, Halsin. Yeah, tell me about your thoughts on Astarion.
Oh, the pale scoundrel has his charms, it cannot be denied. But, my friend, it gives me no pleasure to tell you, Astarion is not what he claims to be.
Really?
Just last night, Minsc was dressing one of his many heroic wounds in camp, when Astarion stumbled upon the scene. I tell you, he grew pale as death itself. He licked his lips and trembled so violently that Minsc thought he might faint on the spot. The truth is painful, but undeniable. Astarion is a coward. How can he fight the battles to come when he grows soft at the first sight of blood? Just one moment.
What's going on?
You are sure? And you could not have told me this before? Minsc may have been mistaken. Boo presents compelling evidence that Astarion may in fact be a vampire.
Well, Boo is very perceptive, because he is. And he's not very good at hiding it. I mean, I had my suspicions very early on after meeting him, so... he is one, and I have known for quite some time. That he is, but one of the good ones. What? No. I know, but don't worry. He largely gets by on rats. Yes, that he does. And sometimes I let him attack some enemies in battle.
Minsc has met many vampires, and never one whose smile did not hide treacherous teeth. But, as you say, it is good that we do not have any friends who could ever be mistaken for a rat, eh, Boo? If the sun can bear to look upon Astarion's monstrous face, then so can Minsc and Boo. For now, at least.
Yes, I understand. I've been through that already, and I had to decide what to do with that. And yeah, let's talk about someone else. What about Will?
Ah, the great blade of frontiers. A fine name. Minsc has no idea what it means, but it suits young Will's air of mystery well. It is good to know the city did not go unprotected while I wore pigeon droppings on the wide. Jahira did her part, of course, but she prefers to scowl from the shadows. The city needs a name, a face, preferably a furry companion, too.
I agree. He has a companion, all right. Her name is Mizora. I'm not sure if I would call her his companion, at least not one that he likes to have. Perhaps you and Will can team up when all of this is over. You can admit it, you're not a little bit jealous of his legend. I don't know, he doesn't seem to be the jealous type. Maybe you can team up later.
Ho ho ho! Minsc would need a title to match. Something to wash away the Stone Lord's stain. The boot of backsides, perhaps? Or... Ay, Boo! Evocative, but so crude. I will stick to simple Minsc.
I would like to know what name Boo suggested, even if it is crude. Never mind.
Not minding is one of the many things Minsc is known for.
Okay, but again, there were more options. Why do you always kick me out of the dialogue?
You come to speak of the last time Minsc stood watch? The snoring, it was Boo.
Right, I'm sure.
Minsc is an open book, with many pretty pictures.
Yes, let's talk more about our companions.
Boo is ready with the musings.
You and Karlek must have a lot in common. Yes, let's talk about my girl.
Indeed, a berserker after my own heart. Though hers is made of hellish heat, and metal, and some manner of coin-operated device.
Jealous, don't mock Minsc, it's killing her. Gortish sold her to Zariel, he has a lot to answer for. Yes, that he does.
That he does. And all of the questions that Minsc has to ask are of the pointed and painful kind. But, for all his betrayings of Karlak, Gortash never for a moment bested her. Karlak remains Karlak. Even if all her parts were traded for tin and scrap, Minsc thinks this would still be so. And soon, Karlak will still be Karlak. But Karlak will also be cured.
Yes, let's hope so. Let's hope so. I hope you're right. You need to prepare yourself for the possibility that she won't make it. You should tell Karlak you think so highly of her. Yes, I think she would like that. I'm pretty sure you two will get along very well.
Pah, she knows. A warrior always knows. After all, do you not see the wicked gleam of wisdom in Minsc and Boo's own eyes?
And again, just kicking me out of the dialogue, but
You come to speak of
I
the
know
last
there
time
was
Minsc
more.
stood watch? Minsc is an open
let's
book.
just skip this
with
a little
many-
bit.
Boo is ready with the musings.
Yes. How are you and Gala getting along?
I do not wish to speak of the wizard.
Why?
I could not have said it better myself.
What did he do? Gale's great. What's your problem with him? What did he do to upset you? I get it. Gale annoys the hell out of me as well. Yeah, what did he do to you?
He came to me one night with a little book of mischief, full of words and their meanings. Posterior, he says. Can you say posterior? Pwah, I refused. Minsc does not need to know the language of wizards.
So you do not like him because he uses big words like posterior. Posterior isn't wizard talk. It's another word for butt. He was trying to teach you a mighty spell. He was trying to educate you. No harm in that. Yeah, but why would he want to teach him a different word for butt?
It is an inferior word. Far too long to use in a battle cry, which is where a butt belongs. Gale would do better to educate himself in the ways of sword and steel than to throw these pointy words at Minsc.
So basically,
Ah, yes. Gale also owns a cat. A cat with wings. That is most unnerving for poor Boo.
okay. I mean, I can understand that, even though the cat isn't actually here. But in other words, Gale is basically too posh and wordy for you. Alright. You should give him a break, he's only trying to help. Did you know that he has an explosive magical orb in his chest that could destroy a city? You're right, he's very annoying. I'm not sure if that's going to make him like Gale more, but you probably should know about this.
What? That is 1,000 times more interesting than anything that has ever been written in a book. Gale! My good friend! Where are you? Minsc and Boo would like to hear about the exploding!
Actually, apparently he finds that interesting and exciting.
Make sure you are refreshed. before
Anyway,
we set
I'm
out
pretty
again.
sure there
Minsc
was
is
at
an
least
open
one more
book
option.
With many Who is ready with the musings?
Yes, let's talk about Halcyon. For some reason, we can't ask him about his opinion on Shadowheart, but okay.
Who is Halcyon?
What do you mean? The elven druid, the huge muscular elf. Soft-spoken, hates curses, loves trees. Yes, the huge muscular elf.
Somehow, such a person as you describe has entirely escaped Minsc's notice. How strange.
That is, interesting. Seriously, the druid, he's hard to miss. You're like him, he reminds me of you a little. I mean, I guess I have a similar statue, but I don't know, when it comes to the overall character and temperament, I feel that they are not that similar.
Oh, the tiny puny elf with leaves in his hair and dirt under his fingernails. His name is Halitosin. How very unfortunate.
No, Halcyon. You're both giant hulking do-gooders. I thought you'd get along. I suppose on that level they are similar. What's your problem with him? He's not puny, he's huge. Yeah, what's your problem with him?
Problem? No problem. He is so small that Minsc barely notices his existence.
You are weird.
No, Boo! The druid did not beat Minsc at the arm wrestling. It was not a fair match, and he turned into an owlbear midway through, and there was grease on the tree stump.
So that's the reason. I get it. I won't mention him anymore. But yeah, apparently I can't ask him about Shadowheart or Jaheira. But then again, you know, they talked about Jaheira before. Yeah, so I suppose that's all the dialogue with Minsc, but let's see if my companions have anything to say.
Boo seems like a worthy addition to our group. His pet, Minsc, may prove useful also.
Well, Minsc doesn't have an opinion about Shadowheart, but she certainly has one on him. Let's see if Jaheira has anything new to say.
I think you might have made a terrible, terrible mistake.
What do you mean?
Huh? Chasing rumor halfway around the city and back. Crossing the guild. Wading through filth. Defying the one creature upon whom your very life depends. All for a madman and his rodent.
Well?
The absolute threatens thousands. The entire coast. And still you risked much to help one man. I should berate you. But I can only say thank you. Your reasons were your own. But whether you meant for it or not, your fight is our fight. Huh? Both of us. To the very end.
I mean, you very much urged me to do this, and now you already regret it? Don't go getting sentimental on me now, Harper. Minsc will be an asset, I'm sure. Don't thank me, it's a cult I'm focused on, anything else is an added bonus. None of that was a thank you. Now we can focus our efforts on the remaining chosen. Yeah, getting sentimental here?
Those misty eyes are just age. Yes, I feel myself growing older as we stand here. So, lead the way. We're yours to command.
Right, but I'm sure you are actually happy that Minsc is back and not the Stone Lord anymore. And yeah, that's all. Let's see if she has anything else to say. Nope. Okay, let's talk to Halson.
Just what I need.
Minsc has great heart. We shall need the likes of him for the trials to come.
Okay, Halson seems to be pretty relaxed about Minsc. And yeah, as you can see, he's wearing the armor that I bought for him last episode. The druid-specific armor, so I hope it's a good one. It certainly looks good on him. I think it looks better than the one he had before.
Always good to talk, my friend.
And now let's talk to Will. Apparently Will doesn't have any sort of opinion on Minsc. Interesting. But, like I said before, you can't always have an opinion about everything. But still, let's go and talk to my remaining companions over here.
Minsc just joined our team. This is the best day of my life.
Yeah, I think these two should get along well. She's very excited and he seems to like her too.
Minsc seems quite the enthusiastic ally. Would all do well to remain on his good side. And out of the range of his fists.
Yes. Gale does seem to be a little bit more reserved about him. Maybe just don't try to teach him any new words.
So, we can add one bald wall of muscle to our little group. I'm sure he'll come in handy. Maybe as a doorstop.
I'm sure he will come in handy. Okay, so we have talked to everyone. I don't think that Mizora has anything new to say.
How good to see you. Come for a chat?
But every now and then I still like to try. Okay, so next I guess I will sleep. And then we will head out again. And I suppose I will take Minsc out for like at least one mission or so. But first, let's end the day.
Jaheira!
Oh.
Boo is trying his best to explain, but I still do not understand your anger.
Do not hide behind your hamster, Ranger. You do not understand because you do not listen. We were the first to discover the cult. And if you had only waited, we might have marshaled our numbers and...
Good does not wait for evil to button up its breeches. When it offers buttocks for the smacking, Minsc and Boo greet cheek with hand.
Say nothing. That sounds like a fun evening enough. What this about? I'm guessing this is about the events where, you know, Jaheira basically left him to die, quote unquote. I mean, obviously he didn't die, but it seems to have been wearing quite heavily on Jaheira, and I suppose that's why she's arguing with him now. But still, let's ask what's this about.
I would like to see if a lesson has been learned. This mess falls on our heads, Minsc. The city under siege, its people poisoned by the cult. It all might have been avoided if you had just put your feelings aside and listened.
Okay, I can intervene here. Persuasion. You are the only one Minsc listens to, remember? Insight, or the trail would have ended there instead of leading you to Catherick, the Prism Me. Yeah, I mean, we don't really know what would have happened. So I feel it's kind of pointless to wonder about hypotheticals here. Speaking of feelings, does Minsc know you are ready to kill the Emperor for him? She's right, Minsc. I need to know you'll follow orders from here on out. I mean, I do kind of like the inside option here, but persuasion just has the better advantages, so I guess I'll go with persuasion. Oh, I can't use any bonuses because, yeah, right, the +3 is like guidance from Shadowheart. I mean, Shadowheart's sitting right next to me, but I guess she's not in my party, so I have to do this without any special bonuses. Okay, sure, let's try this. There we go.
You mean the doppelgangers? It is no comfort to me that my face made this fool all the easier to lead. The point remains. You meant well, Minsc. But you exposed the city to harm. You helped the cult spread. And worse, perhaps than any of this, you forced me to leave you behind.
But this is where Minsc falls short of the understanding, Jaheira. What else is a berserker for, if not to charge into danger ahead of his Waclaren?
Waclaren? Minsc, I am not your witch. You are not my bodyguard. This is not some high lodge of your homeland.
Boo agrees you're a queer kind of witch. But this city is a queer place. And Minsc, you may have noticed, is sometimes strange himself. The titles matter not. Only this. When Minsc does as Minsc does, and charges in to make a mess, Jaheira does as Jaheira does, and finds a way to save us all anyway.
Yeah, I think Jaheira is just angry with you because she felt so guilty for letting you die, or so she thought, or, you know, for leaving you behind. And now she's kind of taking that anger out on you. Oh, that's actually kind of sweet. I suppose there is some twisted logic at play there. So what you're saying is you've learned absolutely nothing. I don't care what you call yourselves, I just need you both focused on the fight ahead. I mean, I guess it is kind of sweet. He just wants to, you know, be loyal to you, but still be his own person and character, I suppose.
Oh, I fight alongside fools.
You hear that, Boo? We fight alongside a Waclaren again.
I am your friend, Ranger. I am not your witch. There will be no ointments or healing balms.
Not even for Boo?
Okay, well, it's not even one night and these two are already fighting. And the only reason he's in my party is because Jaheira urged me to rescue him. But I'm sure she's actually happy that he's here. Anyway, I guess I still have to actually sleep, so let's do that. I'm not seeing anyone willing to talk to me at the moment, so yeah, let's just
shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
Skip until morning. Alright, there we go. We are ready. Now the question is, do I want to change my team even further? I don't know. I think we can maybe leave it like that for the moment. And yeah, there's a few things that I need to do. But I think the most important one is probably going to the guild hall. I mean, I could return the gold. I mean, we know who has the gold, and I basically could just pay back Rakath from my own money, which I guess I could do, and then I just keep the one that I will hopefully retrieve from Roar Moonglow once we caught up with her. But yeah, this is, I guess, the next thing we should do. We found a note on the doppelgangers who was manipulating Minsc. The gentlemen have taken the cult's coin to stage a coup on the Nine Fingers and her guild. The guild master will want to know. Okay, let's make sure we are fully prepared. And this one too. And now we will leave the camp. And right, we are still in the abandoned cistern. I'm pretty sure I have looked at all of this, but there might be some stuff on the other side. These are probably just for opening the vault door.
Open up.
Nothing special in here. And yeah, I didn't loot all of my enemies yet. Probably for a reason, because some of them don't really have anything too interesting. Oh, but look at this guy. Kibbles for Snicker. I think Snicker was the hyena. Reminder, self, we're almost out of those kobold bits that Snicker is so fond of. Talk to Nota about hitting the sewers for another kobo hunt. So you're feeding kobolds.
Let me guess, you need
to
something.
Your hyena. Yeah, rest in peace, poor Snicker.
Is that blood? No, never mind.
Yeah, I think I may not have been up here yet. I'm pretty sure I haven't, because there's an unopened
can't keep me out
chest. But it's not a difficult lock. Alright.
Still alive.
I will take
so
it.
That's progress.
And nothing too interesting here. But there must be like an exit over here, because Roar disappeared in this direction. I think she went up this ladder. So I guess we will check that out. Minsc.
Another day, another dungeon.
You can grab some of this loot.
What to do? Never wanted the easy path. What's inside?
This one is empty. We have been over here before. And This goes... Oh,
Let us try not to trip headlong through it, yes?
Gardener's basement, and it's putting us right next to a blast mine. That's just great. Okay, I guess we just came through this hedge here. Alright, let's try to disarm this. Okay, now we can get the guidance here. Okay, any other traps I should be aware of? Nope.
I've got a long road ahead.
And a trap disarm toolkit. Uh-oh, perception failed.
That's curious.
Oh? What? What is this? No one knows. But I think I saw some useful loot over here. Yes, another thieves' tools. And... oh, there's another one. I'm guessing these are like pressure plates. Maybe they are for the door if you come from this side. Either way, I don't think they're doing anything anymore, so... never mind. So...
let's see.
where exactly will this
Shadowheart,
put us?
I saw you pluck Boo from the ground when you thought no one was watching. It pleases you to hold him, and you have truly cleansed yourself of Shar.
I suppose you're right. On both counts.
Then for one day only, you may carry him in your pocket. So long as it is clean, padded, well aired, and full of nuts.
Well, that's a great honor, I'm sure. But yeah, where the hell are we? Oh, okay. We're in completely new territory. Yeah, I guess the next thing I should do is return to the guild hall and see what's going on with the Gentarim, but I guess we will do that in the next episode. Let's make a cut here, as always. Thank you for watching, and see you again next time.